Hello, I want to show you my logbook program called Hostilog. You will find it on my homepage df1LX.dic.de, and there's a download link. For example, Hostilog, the new version 28 August. You can download it via clicking on this link. You will be redirected and you can download the file via the download herunterladen on German. So it's about 50 megabyte and it can be installed within. There are only some files. You can copy this, for example, to C Hostilog 2024. I will go to this directory, go up 24. Now you will find one exe file, one batch file, and one CTY list file. These three files are for the running of the program. Start extracting Hostilog by clicking on Hostilog exe. It will create an update, an ini file, and so on. You have to enter your own call, for example, DF1 Lima X-ray, your locator, Juliet Ocean 4442 Lima Echo. Now a little, it will take 3 seconds. Now you see Hostilog is running. It created one ADE file called df1 Lima X-ray.adi. The operator call is df1 Lima X-ray. The locator Juliet Ocean 42 Lima Echo. There's a DX cluster possible. I will close it. There is a kind of help file. I will close it. And there is a rig control. It is working with Hemlib, but it's not very comfortable. You will see here some more informations, but doesn't matter. I will close it. So now how this logging program is working. On other programs, you have to enter everything via the fields. You can do it too, but it makes no sense. You can work online or offline. So online it will take the real date and the time in GMT. So for example, I'm now on 80 meters in CW, but now I'm going to SSB. I go to 40 meters and I work there DA0BCC, and he gives me S7 and I gave him S4. So you see there are only shortcuts like S for SSB, 4 for 40 meters, dot 7 for S7, comma 4 for send S4. Now you can enter also his locator. It may be Juliet, November 44 Alpha Alpha. It will be seen in the grid square, and you can see the distance will be 910 kilometers with a heading 184.6 degrees for your antenna. Let's see where he's living. He's living in Bavaria. His name is Fritz. And now I will save it if I give a Q and a space. the call will be now saved, as you see. Now I ask him to work with him on 80 meters in CW and say Q. The second Q is O. Let's say we have to go now to 20 meters, work in single sideband and say Q. So you have three QSOs with a minimum of input in the input line. So as you see, that are the QSOs you have done. The locator will be not taken from the other QSO or the name or the QTH, but that I believe it doesn't matter. So let's say I work now on DK2 Ocean Yankee on 20 meter in CW, and I want to see who he is and where is his locator. Therefore, I have a button called HemQTH that I have to initialize. In the rig control, you can take this window, pull it out, and there you can enter a user ID and a user ID. Now I have to press on the HemQTH and you will see it's Manfred in Gating with a grid square. I say Q. I will close it. And you see it's also in this. Now I will do a QSO without with a QSL card. I click on offline. I have the date. It will be 12th of September 1978. No, yeah. So that's not correct in the moment. I don't know in the moment what is, how I have to do it. 12:02. No. What's it? So I forget it. How to enter the date. No. Start files Q, X. You can go in the info window, in this input line, you can type something and it will show you what it is behind. So I don't know in the moment how to do it. No, it is the plus, the 12th of February 1978. You see the new date, 12th of February 1978. The time you can do 11 at 12:13. Oh, it's 1 minute later. No, it's one minute later. I use the minus. The plus will extend the date for 1 day, and I do a plus, let's say 23:03. It will do it. Now I can do 12:09:02. It will be 2002. So there's a logical, every QSO more than 50 is 1950 something. And lower, the 50, it means 20,000 something. So you can work as you want. And if I press, for example, now the hash, he will go to the command and you can press here something, enter, it's go back to the input line. So if you hide over, it will getting in blue. You can press the right mouse button. You can make the font of the input line a little bit bigger. Let's see, 12. Let's say 20. And you can see it. You can also input the IOTA field, the country field and the state field, but for my purpose I do not use it. On the right side you will see how long it takes to make a QSO in the running time of Hostilog. It's now 67 seconds per QSO, so I'm working now for 4 minutes. If you press now, for example, the F5 key, this window is closed. F5 again, it's coming up. And you can go here and set it somewhere. You can make it lower. Go here. It's go inside. It's now hidden. You see? The F5, I can take it, and now it's going up to here. There are some more areas. If you make these QSOs are still saved in the ADIF file without any correction possible. The only one is to delete the last QSO. Then I have to press A. And are you sure to delete the last ADIF line? Yes. Now it is deleted. I can load it. About ADI, load ADI, DF1 Lima X-ray ADI, and you will see the last QSO is deleted. That is a real interesting kind. Now I go here, press the right key, and I can also mark what to be seen. For example, the DX cluster. You can connect up to 5 predefined ones. For example, I connect now to Delta Bravo 0, Sierra Uniform Echo. I can press this button off. Now you see it's real big. The button on. I can do show DX, show user, and so on. There are still not too much possibilities, but I can do it too, like talk DK2 Ocean Yankee hello. If he's online, no, he's not visible on the cluster. So the color is not so beautiful, but the color I can change a little bit. If I go to this one, oh, that's very, oops. So once the color in the DX cluster, let's say this blue, and I say okay. I have a kind of filter. If the DX calls are coming in, I can make, for example, select all 160, 180 meters. I can make a filter expression. It's based on regular expression like the filter 35, 36, 37, 38, everything what is beginning. So I can go to 40 meter. Everything which is starting in this field with 70 or 71. That is only one. Let's say quit. I can close it. In the help area, there's a short descriptions for the possibility what you can type in. That is really a lot. You can open an editor where you can open a file. For example, the ini file. There you can see what you can make via own areas. You can see the call, ADIF file name, DF1 Lima X-ray, your own locator. USD means US definition of time and of the date, but this is not very working. For the DX cluster, for the band which are shown, you can define some colors. The Xkeeper is possible. Each QSO will be transferred via UDP. In the future, I think the TS590 will be included. And for the DX cluster, you can see 5 cluster, and these are the bottom files. I think that is also helpful. You can search in the file, for example, looking for D text. Okay, I don't know if it's working, but I think you don't need it in the future. You can change also some areas. You can press F12, then a lot of this information is missing. For example, this is not really useful. You can switch between online and offline as quick as possible with O. So once again, working a new call DKV4 Victor Whiskey /N Uli. Oh no, not /N. Doch, Uli, okay. Command is Marburg. No. /C is Marburg. Or I use HemQTH and it will be filled. Ulrich, Uli, DOK Mike 15, Juliet Ocean 44 India Tango. And I have to end with a Q, enter for example. Then the QSO is loaded. So I can also load another RD. I load RD. Let's see where I have one. I have to go up to see user where it is. I have too much. Doesn't matter. I can load, for example, 80,000 QSOs. That will take around 20 seconds and it will be seen here. You can also go here, load another RD, combine RD files. That means if you have two RD files, you can combine them. They will be sorted and worked. So I once again enter a call DK4 Victor Whiskey and it will be shown. It's the 30th of August 2024. He is worked on one time. Last QSO is the same. If I make two QSOs, once on 10, the next QSO on 30 meters, the next on 2 meter. So if I type now DK4 Victor Whiskey, all the last QSOs in the RD file is shown and the last QSO on 2 meters. So if I go to 6 meter, I press DK4 Victor Whiskey. So he was only 4 times worked and not on 6 meter. Well, that is, you can see if you have, you can not look very good. You can change also the font size of all windows at once. So 14, now it's much better. You can change. It's very quick. So you see it's working. Also the size. So And there are one more. There's the CSS 0 button. If you press it, a little bit the layout is changing, the color or round boxes. It is still in work, but it can be done. Like for example, if you go here, press it a little bit. Oh, that's not nice. It should be bigger. So I do it a little bit lower. And there's a QU line edit that I can change and save it, and it changed some of the information. If you go to the one, then rig control, it start this CMD exe and the hemlib. If hemlib is existing, it is working. Then you can work with your transceiver and you enter CW or go to USB. And there was a problem, so of course the rig control is not very good at the moment. It's working, but doesn't matter. You see it load the ADIF file once again. Let's see if I have one bigger one. Hostilog, no, 24 logbook. So for example, that are 20K. 20K. I go here in the logbook. I make F5, go up. And now I can load a new ADI file. You will see the 20K is there. I will open, close this, close this. And he said 99,994 QSOs are loaded in 1.3 seconds. So I can use a key called Epsilon. Why? Then the most worked calls in your logbook are seen. For example, LZ9 whiskey I worked 35 times. LZ LY7A 33. The number of QSOs in CW, I will close this. In CW are 16,615, 2,300 in RTT, 777 in SSB, and so on. 5,000 QSOs on 40 meters, 4,000 on 80, and so on. 70 meter one. So now I want to know, did I work AA3B? Yes, I worked him 26 times. The last QSOs on 80 meter in CW. Oh, let's see in CW. Then I can type as often as I want. So I can 3 WAPL, yes I worked them. DJ1XT, yes I worked him. DK2OY, I worked him. I say Q and I worked him again. It's now here, as you see. You can type in how much you want in this input line. The last Q will save it in the ADIF file. I can combine now, for example, these two ADIF files. I have to mark them, I have to open, and I have to give a new name. Let's say test. I have to save, and now I can load it. Load ADI. It's called test. It should be 19. New ADI file must contain a number. Oh, yes, I forgot. Rename TE1 test 1T. Oops. Yeah, there must be something. I so saw it. 19999 Q. So here's a new ADI file. Oh, ich komme. Okay, thank you.